Hi, this is Kate from Messages of Love 711. I'm feeling love in the air, and so I wanted to do a love reading today. We're going to start off with some oracle cards to set the stage. I'm going to pull some tarot, and then maybe we'll look at some messages from your person, the person that you have in your heart. Maybe you're currently in a relationship with them. Maybe you are not. Maybe you are separated, but this is the person who's in your heart and who's on your mind. And then we'll get some advice from your spirit team and angels and guardians. And then we'll also get some advice from the universe. So this will be a lot of cards, a lot of reading. This is not intended for any specific zodiac sign. This is intended for anybody for whom this resonates. If you're drawn here, chances are there's a message here or something here that might resonate with you. If not, don't worry. There'll be another message for you. Another time, another place. Okay, so we're going to start. I've actually done some pre-shuffling, but I'm going to just do some extra shuffling. And then I'm going to draw 3 cards from this oracle deck, which is the Shaman Stream Oracle deck. So I have 3 cards here and bottom of the deck. The first card is needing direction. I pulled this one recently for the collective. It's a 9. The second card is rest and renewal. It's a 7. And then we have revelation, which comes down to a 3. And the bottom of the deck, we have forgiveness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards, 3 cards for your current energy, 3 cards for your person's current energy, and then 3 cards for the mutual energy between you, whether you're together or not. And I'm going to match it up to each one of these oracle cards. It'll be like kind of a general message within the bigger message. So the first one being needing direction. With all of these together, it's looking like you've come to either a crossroads or a stopping point, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it's been a hard time, maybe it's been a slow time. But within this relationship, whether you're together or separated at this time, either one or both of you could use some direction, whether you're turning to meditation, you're going down the spiritual path, you're seeking counsel or guidance from somebody who has a lot of experience in this area, maybe a counselor, maybe somebody at your church, but you're turning or feeling the need to find direction. And for many of us, it's inside. Some of us, we turn to people around us on the outside to help us with whatever we might be going through at the time. Rest and renewal is your next card, Garden of Venus, so related to love here. And it's a beautiful card. It just looks so magical. Lots of lavender and pink and some white, so purity and just the colors of love. Like, reminds me of the amethyst and rose quartz. Really beautiful. But this is also a reminder for us that whatever we're doing, wherever we're at, to relax, give yourself some time, some space, some breathing room, slow down. There's a big message here of slow down. When it comes to making a decision, we don't want to rush into it. Maybe we need to think about it, because I really do feel like this is related to a crossroads, some sort of decision point, or maybe you've already made the decision, or maybe you're coming up and needing to make that decision, but something around it, whether it's pre-rest and renewal or it's post-rest and renewal, it's needed either way. It's also kind of talking in a dreamy way, like self-care, taking care of yourself. You know, give yourself that hot bath or that extra long shower, or the spa treatment that you want, or the facial or foot massage. Just whatever it is for you, you know, a hot cup of coffee and a book in front of a fireplace, whatever that might look like for you. The third card is Revelation. So this speaks of, it kind of looks like they're related. There's the moment of rest and relaxation, and in that, kind of just reminds me of a spa, and in that, and that peace and tranquility, there's a revelation. So, and actually when you look at all three together, you know, as you seek guidance, whether you go inside, which I really feel like most of you, you're seeking guidance and you're going inside for this guidance. You're going, maybe you're turning to meditation, maybe you're just getting quiet, you're quieting your mind, you're doing breathing techniques, you're doing yoga, something that's going to put you in a place where you feel more connected to the universe, and you're listening to your inside voices, your spirit team, however you want to call it, your higher self. And then you have the rest and relaxation, and then revelation comes, and it's in that order, right? You're needing guidance, so you start to go inside. You decide, okay, this is time right now for rest and renewal. Take it slow, take it easy, give yourself some time to think about it, maybe analyze it, but I feel more like feel into it emotionally in your heart space. Feel it in your heart space, and like see it and think of it through your third eye, is how I'm feeling this. And then the revelation comes, right? That's when you're like, aha, the aha moment. It clicks for you. And the last card we have, this was on the bottom of the deck, it is forgiveness. So maybe somewhere in here, the point that got you to the first card, which was needing direction, was something going on in this love relationship, together or separate. Forgiveness, letting go. Maybe there's some history there, maybe long lost history or very recent history, but there's something to be said for forgiveness. So many of us like to think, I can't forgive this person, it's unforgivable what they did. Well, forgiveness isn't really about forgiving their actions. It's not about letting them off the hook with whatever they've done or whatever you think or feel they've done that wasn't right to you. Forgiveness is letting yourself let go of the hurt and pain and responsibility for whatever it was that transpired. It's easing that in your heart and your soul and being able to move on. It's a release. It's a letting go of. Super important. In my very first video, I did a burning ceremony. This was maybe about a week ago or less, and I wrote 3 different pieces of paper, and I burned them with the intention of letting these things go. A couple of them were thought patterns, one's a relationship, but these are things that wasn't in my highest and greatest good. And so part of at least the relationship part one, forgiveness, I allowed myself to forgive what it was that happened. And it actually made me feel lighter. Other people on the outside who aren't in my situation, who might look at the situation from an outside perspective, might go, well, how do you forgive that? That was wrong what this person did. Sure, but it's only going to hurt me if I hold on to it. I'm ready to move on. I'm not ready to sit and stew in anger. It's not where I'm at now. I'm not there. So anyway, that's very clear. The messages there are very clear. That's so what we call setting the stage for this reading. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull 3 cards and like I said, I've pre-shuffled all this, so I just tend to shuffle more, kind of out of habit. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards for your current energy. Or theirs, however, it may be yours, it may be theirs, it may be swapped, it may be mixed. You never know, but my intention is to pull 3 cards for your energy then 3 cards for their energy, and then 3 cards for the mutual energy in a relationship. So shall do that now. Okay. So in your energy, we have the first card is the Ten of Swords. Some look at it as a pretty tough card to get or receive. It's endings, it's closure, it's finality. 10 boils down to 1, which is starting anew. It is fin, the end. And it corresponds to your card needing direction. So perhaps at this time you're tuning in because you're seeking guidance and needing direction as to what to do now. This would explain the feeling crossroads that I started out with, that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Crossroads, reason for your need for rest and renewal, and then boom, the epiphany, revelation, and then needing to move on with forgiveness. Perhaps there was something very hard that ended in your life with this relationship. May it be recent, long ago, but sometimes that pain sticks around, and sometimes we can let go of that pain by forgiving them, forgiving yourself, releasing and letting go. No point in holding that shit in your heart. The second card you have is the King of Swords. This is a powerful energy. This is an energy of a man or woman, but whether you're man or woman, energy is just energy, right? There's no sex. But I'm getting the feeling of somebody, because it's connected to the card of rest and renewal, somebody who's aware, somebody who's coming into the awareness, they are knowing. It's the King of Swords, so thoughts, tied to our minds. Somebody who's aware of maybe something they needed to cut out literally with a sword, but also just more aware of their power, right? Stepping into their power, understanding that the way through this is to move forward, forgiveness, rest, and renew. Somebody who's in tune with, or not rationalizing, I'm going to say kind of I'll say a practical person who says, okay, I'm at this crossroads, it's been a difficult time, I've needed or have gotten some direction, and some of this may or may not have been rest and renewal as advice, as received, or just, when you go into meditation, you become aware of this. It's like, boom, yeah, okay, yeah, I need, this is important for my inner healing, my inner self, rest and renewal. The next card you have is the Knight of Wands. It's like new initiations, newness. It's marked with, and it's cool because it's connected to the Revelation card. Ta-da! Idea, passion, or fire, or idea ignited, more like idea. I feel like this is just representing, and it may come fast. Wands is a very fast energy, and this is a Knight of Wands. So usually in the typical deck, it's not represented in this deck, but in a typical deck of a wider rate, they have, it's the Knight on horseback, and he's all garbed out, but he's a very fast energy. He's fast moving. His horse is in motion, right? He's in motion. So this is just moving forward. I think that the revelation is to move forward, to be in this energy of flow, maybe even passion, moving forward with passion, and new ideas, newness, maybe knowing of things that you need to cut out of your life, maybe also coming to the revelation revelation, epiphany of forgiveness, and that's the path forward for healing. Okay, now I'm going to bottom of the deck with your energy, Six of Cups. Is there somebody that you are thinking of? Can be tied to reconciliations. This is somebody that clearly, this is a love reading, so you're asking about somebody in particular, but is this somebody from your past? So maybe you're not currently with them. Okay, so I'm going to now pull 3 cards for your person's energy or your energy, depending. If this didn't sound like you, maybe this next set of 3 cards is going to be your energy. All right, so I'm just going to call it, for the sake of this video, your person's energy, since I called the first one your energy. All right, so we're going to look at 3 cards for your person's energy. First card, 9 of Pentacles. So feeling, maybe dealing with money, feeling accomplished. Are they feeling stable? 7 of Swords. Maybe something has been on their mind. Yeah, so maybe they've been through something pretty painful. Let's take a look at the 3rd card. We have Judgment. Okay, there's an awakening happening with this person, maybe tied to coming back around. Maybe they're also thinking about you. But I feel, okay, so I'm going to go back and talk about each of these cards in relation to the oracle card that it ties up with. And maybe next time I'll do this with the camera showing the cards, because that is, maybe it's a little easier to follow, but for now, we'll go forward as we're going. The bottom of the deck is Hermit, right? So this is going to tie in with the Judgment, Hermit and Judgment. I feel like since both of these cards are tied with revelation and forgiveness, oracle cards, they may be going through their spiritual awakening. They may be having their own revelation or epiphany. Okay, so the first card, needing direction, that's the first oracle card tied in with 9 of Pentacles. Part of me wants to say kind of the obvious, with the Pentacles being around household, money, finances, career. Maybe there is something going on that they're tied to with money that they're needing direction on. Maybe there's something that's happened in their life. Because when I look at the 7 of Swords and the Judgment and the Hermit, makes me feel like in a relationship, perhaps, or maybe in work or career, but in a relationship, whatever it is, whether it's relationship, work, family, there's been a situation in which they've felt maybe some betrayal, some pain, some heartache, and that may have led to the Hermit and Judgment, them having an awakening and going inside and doing some inner work. And part of this awakening, or part of this situation that's happened, whether it be work, family, career, a home, or a relationship, may be affecting their finances with this 9 of Pentacles. It may have been they were feeling comfortable on top of the world, stable, because you have first the 9 of Pentacles and then the 7 of Swords. It's like they were perhaps in a place of stability. Something rocked their world, and it really made them go deep, to do this, to go into solace, to go and do this inner work. And actually, I'm going to show you that the 7 of Swords card is tied to the Rest and Renewal card for your person. So something in their path, something has happened in their path that has caused them also to go into rest and renewal. And then we see with the Revelation card, we have Judgment and then the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. So this is also clearly showing us that there are events that have transpired that have really hit them in the feels. Something has been difficult. Something has felt very hard for them. And it's been a catalyst for them to maybe address some things that they need to address. And I think it's beyond just, oh, I'm gonna fix this. It's not a Band-Aid fix. This is a deep going in and looking at patterns. I feel very deep, very deep. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be pulling in 3 more cards to look at the mutual energies between you and your person. And remember, these energies can be mixed. If this resonates with you or it doesn't, and you like maybe want to stick around and check out more videos, don't be afraid to hit like, subscribe. I am just starting up this channel, and that would be a tremendous help if you are interested getting the message out there. I do appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to pull 3 cards for the current energy of first card, 4 of Wands, in needing direction, but this is the current energy of the current mutual energy in the relationship, 4 of Wands. So I feel like there's, whether you're together or whether you're separated, there's a feeling of union together between you. The next card is with Rest and Renewal. It actually is showing 10 of Wands, which corresponds to the Rest and Renewal Oracle card, which is about burden, heaviness, demands, overload. But we've seen where your person or somebody's energy in here is 7 of Swords energy, and that that is one person's energy, but it could be both people's energy, because also in the other person's energy, one has 7 of Swords and one has 10 of Swords. So finality, heartbreak, deceit, can be on both ends. It actually could be both people going through simultaneously issues in life, in relationships, that is guiding both of you to kind of go inside, do the inner work, do the healing, come to a place of forgiving so that you can release these burdens. And I feel like also, let me pull the 3rd card here. 6 of Swords. Okay, 6 of Swords is the final in the mutual energy. I'm feeling like, and the 6 of Swords is the revelation. I feel like maybe one or both of you are moving on, maybe out of another relationship and towards each other. Or if you're already in a relationship with this person, there's been distance, there's been deceit, there's been closure first. Maybe there's a closure for a specific event or obstacle that's been in your relationship. If you're still with this person, maybe you're moving towards them. Maybe there's a coming together again, because we're seeing this union card. We're seeing this the 4 of Wands is like the happy couple, happy family card. And then we also have this 10 of Wands, which is the burden, and then we have the 6 of Swords. So it's like there's a moving on from a burden. You can see it either way, but I'm feeling it more like in this way, that there's been a burden. You're both moving on from this burden, and you're coming together. Or you could see it as if you're both separated and you're both coming from maybe a family unit. Maybe you're both in relationships. You're moving on from these relationships that have been a burden. So however you see that, I do feel like intuitively I'm feeling more like this is moving on from a burden towards happy family, because I am seeing that there's a lot of inner work going on. And kind of a call to finality of old and starting of new. moving into getting through the healing and the revelations and the forgiveness and moving forward into something healthy and happy, something that you desire. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, bottom of the card, Empress. Fertility. You're just, whether this is you or them, it's an energy of abundance, fertility, love, beautiful, nurturing. Like maybe this is your nurturing a relationship, manifesting this. I see she's got sort of a wand there, right? She looks quite magical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards to find out, maybe 3 cards to find out what your person's higher self would like to say to you if they could. We don't all have the blessing of being with somebody who's a really good communicator. So, and really from the heart, right? So let's see if their higher self could say something to you. What would it be? 3 messages. I can't stand the thought of you being with someone else. I'm jealous. Have I lost you forever? This may or may not resonate with some of you. I contradict myself and give you mixed messages because I don't know what I want. Maybe they're in a place where they're doing their healing and they're trying to figure things out themselves. They're not sure. They're not ready to come to you with clarity. I'm trying to bury my love for you because I can't be with you right now. I've ruined our relationship. They might be feeling like whether you're in a relationship and they're having a hard time with what you guys are going through, or whether you're not together, it may be, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I was just reading the bottom of the card on the bottom of the deck. Or if you're currently not with them, they're afraid that they've ruined the chances of that relationship. I'm going to pull 1 card from Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards and see what the Angels and Ancestors have to say about this. Pre-shuffled. All right, so maybe once you've sought direction, you've gone through your rest and renewal phase, you've had the aha moment, and you are ready to forgive yourself and others. It's time to ignite your passion. That's beautiful. Ignite your passions, whatever they may be. Maybe that's a call to focus on you, and when you're ready to focus on you, that's the moment when the universe decides you're ready. You're ready for someone else. Yeah, maybe focused on you. I'm going to bring somebody else. So I'm also going to pull 1 more card from, I love this deck, Starry Beginnings, Oracle Cards by Cassie White. Sorry, I haven't said all the names of the Oracle decks. I can post them below in the description of this video. I'll post the decks I use. I do love all of these decks. They are my babies. Okay, I'm going to pull 1 card from the universe, which is, I got this earlier today. This is definitely the message that we should all see. All is at your fingertips. What has been created by one can be had by all. Be in a vibration of love. That's what I really want to say. Be in a love vibration. Well, that is it for today. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked it, please click like, and if you would like to subscribe, I'll be pushing out more videos as I feel called. I've loved doing this reading for you, and maybe I'll see you next time.